Bobino, what's Bobino? Zeke Black is here. I'm in the building, man. I had to throw the whole low on for this one. This is for Brownsville. This one's for Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from Brownsville, from East Harlem. You know what I'm saying? And I know I tell you a lot of stories. I tell you a lot from my experiences in the streets. Areas, times in my life. You know what I'm saying? So just work with me. I appreciate all those. I went to go see my video yesterday. Rest in peace to Daryl. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to the whole Jamaican Projects. We just giving you a description of the newest generation, what type of time they was on. Gotta make some clarity, though. You have to keep things clear out here. There was a lot of double jacking a lot of years where some young boys would claim Damu, but they'll claim their little street gang. You know what I'm saying? So that was going on heavy. So let's not be confused with the situation. You know what I'm saying? Yo, scheme was popping. You know what I'm saying? Because we in Brownsville right now. Salute. We in Brownsville. We in the Ville. Now, I had a strong connection to Brownsville in '06. I was getting some money with a couple of good people out there. Had a little crew called the Willies, but they was from Marcus Garvey Village. If you're familiar with Marcus Garvey Village, it was a lot of folks over there at one point in time, GDs. Two Crips too, you know, there's a famous Crip from over there called Hollywood. A lot of y'all heard it from Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? I guess he put hands on a lot of guys in S Block. I don't know Hollywood. I've seen him before a couple of times out there on that side. Y'all know, Scheme, you know what I'm talking about by the barbershop, Riverdale and all that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Can I put this on my chat? But, so, being in, you know what I'm saying, being in Brownsville at that point in time, I should come through, my peoples, got the young boys. Now it's different because as crazy as it sounds about Brownsville, they say it's the poorest part of New York. You know, it's a lot of poverty, but everybody I met, parents was working. You know what I'm saying? They just was still a little bit of partying. Now, when I was going to Brownsville, it was the MySpace era. Facebook was out, but MySpace was the thing. The young boys going back and forth on MySpace all day. So that wasn't the internet beefing really wasn't a Facebook thing. Definitely checking it from Alaska Blackout. It wasn't a Facebook thing. It was a MySpace thing. The internet thing. They going back and forth, BTCs, and because you know, over there though, in that part of Brownsville, you know, just not Damu's. It's that ABG thing going on. So it's you know what I'm saying? So you had some guys that was folk that was banging against a bunch of ABGs. You know what I'm saying? Now, just to keep you in tune to what's going on, the reason why I did this video for, because when I came home in 2011, they began to snatch up something called the Hood Stars and the Wave Game. Now, the weird part about these young boys was they used to be dancing and all that. You know what I'm saying? They'd be dancing in the club, but then they dancing. These are the dudes that was pulling up to the house parties. You know what I'm saying? Like these young boys, like what you see Fario and them doing, dancing and bugging, is what these young boys was doing. But then at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they be going crazy. Now, when I was going to the Ville, there was a kid out of Langston Hughes named Joey. May he rest in peace. He was like public enemy #1 to the young boys. He was even beefing with dudes in his own projects. Allegedly, he got lined up by some dudes in his own projects and he got Peter rolled, you know what I'm saying? That's like me and the OG was talking about. Everybody can't walk through projects. Like everybody can't walk through from Langston Hughes or Howard. to Tilden. You know what I'm saying? That's how real this was. You know what I'm saying? That's how real the situation was within that generation of young boys. Now these young boys was on their own time. They had street crew names like FYG and Guap Till You Drop, and you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man D-Man and them and out in the Bammers. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time. Now these young boys was fly little young. You know what I'm saying? These young boys wasn't bums. They had good parents. They was actually eating. They was just going to war in the streets. So they be in a house party bucket and they'll start clapping at each other. Now, you don't thought it been a blood and crip, because at that point in time, the reminiscence of that was the folks that got snatched up by the feds. Them ahead of them people. You from the Ville, you know what I'm talking about. They got snatched up by the feds. Them and them cats in Riverdale Towers. You know what I'm saying? So that was the reminiscence of them. So these young boys running around, some was folk, some was crip, but they had their personal crews. Now, these same young boys I see running around crazy, that was shout out to Brownsville. These young boys, I'm telling you, what you see Fario doing all that dancing and all that crazy was what they was doing. Because when I first went to the Ville, that flex dance thing was still popping. That flex shot of Corey and all them. Because my people used to fuck with shot of Corey, you know what I'm saying? So they was doing all the flexing and all that flex dancing thing. That was still popular back then. I think it's still popular now, the flex dance. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? There was still dance crews running around. Dudes were still dancing. But these dudes that was dancing was dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So you had two sides. You had the wave gang and you had the hood stars. Now these are the younger cats. We're not talking about, okay, the dudes that come from my era, the crack babies. These are the ones that was a little more technologically smart. You know what I'm saying? Like they going to war on Twitter. Like these are the young boys that was on Twitter going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth, beefing, going to war, arguing, losing their mind. This is like, I would say when I got to Brownsville around like 06, 07, they probably was doing that in 05, you know what I'm saying? Losing their mind online, you know what I'm saying? On that MySpace shit was before Facebook, even though Facebook was around, but MySpace was #1 back then. These young boys losing their mind, B's and C's, and my crew, this crew, that crew. If we got punched in the face by young boys over some cool thing, you still had B and C shit going on, but with these young boys, it was more about what crew you claimed, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brownsville, you know what I'm saying? Now, definitely shout out to ABG, exactly. Because when I got out there, people was talking about the federal case between the folks and the situations that was happening between them and the ABG. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to everybody at Langston Hughes, Brownsville, Tilden Project. The thumbnails actually Tilden. You know what I'm saying? The 3 train. You know what I'm saying? So we here, we in the building, we on our BK shit. You know what I'm saying? We in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the building, man. Now these young boys, I used to see them out there, you know what I'm saying? It's little young kids running around being regular. The OGs that was out there that didn't catch a Fed charge was still a lot of the folks. Like I told you, I seen Hollywood a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood got love in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen them pull up on Bainbridge and Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? Father's Day, because in Brooklyn they have this big Father's Day cookout. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a park by like Ocean Hill, Brownsville. Somewhere in that little area is a park. Something happens, you know how Brooklyn cats give it up. And the Brooklyn cats winded, you know what I'm saying? So everybody started going to their individual blocks. Hollywood pulled up with a couple of his people, bro. Dude showed them unconditional love on Bainbridge, on Malcolm X. You know that the building that got the dudes with for weights in that basement. That's where I was at, bro. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man Miami Moon and all of them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Miami Moon. So, yeah, we here, party people. So I'm telling you, I was in Brooklyn. I was running around. I was with my Brooklyn squad. I was getting money with people in Brownsville. in Marcus Garvey Village, not the projects, but the village. I was getting money with people from there, just so that we could be clear. Um, just to be, just, just, just so that we on the same page. Um, they did a movie when I got locked up called Brooklyn Finest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's called Brooklyn Finest. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they shot scenes in that barbershop. That barbershop was a good spot. You know what I'm saying? I went to a couple of parties over there. You know, there's a lot of West Indians on that side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Van Dyke. Shout out to like I told you, I'm giving you the perimeters. Get in my comments. This is be real righteous. Rashawn was popping. So I'm gonna tell you about this case. Now this case is crazy because what you see what Bambino's doing, little wave, little kid that be dancing all day, Fabio, that wave was a little bit before them with the hood stars and the wave game, because for some reason these guys would be in parties dancing and rapping and all type of, you know what I'm saying? I ain't time you out. Nah, I ain't time you out. They must think that you're a fake page. I don't know why. Cause dudes be doing this fake page shit, you know what I'm saying? So people be doing fake pages so they don't know who's who and what's what, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know this internet thing is crazy. I guess that's the real scheme, you know what I'm saying? Scheme is in the building, but I know I ain't time you out, you know what I'm saying? That's the real scheme, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Scheme would be in here trolling. He come back and see why he got timed out for. But we in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. Now this is because my man Kato was cool with these people's, you know, some people, you know what I'm saying? And we should always talk about this. And there was this girl. There was a crazy case. Like these young boys was catching bodies, you know what I'm saying? Like this was some Killer One shit. These young boys was on go. Like I told you, that was the era of a lot of these street crews, these street names. It was more so that. You talk about like the 2009, like 6, 7, 8. Like I told you, you might be folk, but your crew is wave game. You know what I'm saying? So you're putting in pain with the wave game. So even I could be folk, but if I'm hood star, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? That was the type of temperature that these young boys was on. You know what I'm saying? They young. It's some homegrown shit that they created. A couple of old cats got shot in the face over this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say their names, but a couple of good dudes got hit in the face over this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you can't put your cash app over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We just being civilized. You know what I'm saying? We in Brooklyn. We keeping it fair. We keeping it funky. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, we ain't got time to troll, man. This is information for the party people. You know what I'm saying? So, but whoever would like to donate to the Cash App, I'm gonna put it up now. You know, this for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? This is for the people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got ties to Brownsville, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? This is for the Cash App. Your Sean was popping. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit it there. I said, you know what I'm saying? If you want to donate to the cause, you know what I'm saying? Because you know we here. I told you I'm gonna give you a show every day, something in the reminiscences of New York. I'm giving you a time, like yesterday, a time when the young boys was in their mind, and they really wasn't. They was on independent crew time, no matter what clique of gang they claim when they go to jail. You know what I'm saying? These young boys was losing their mind. Now, when I told you when I was out there, they was gunning for. They had like crew names. Go out to you dropping FYG, and there's another crew, some Get Fresh, something about fresh, something fresh. But these dudes was like from Brownsville houses, and I think there was some Brownsville. Definitely shout out to Little Reef and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Definitely super salute to Little Reef. You know what I'm saying? Um, oh shit, Money Green's in the building. Green Eyes in the building. You know what I'm saying? We here. We here. We on real time, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so you understand? I watch a lot of these young boys. You know what I'm saying? I just see what come through. A lot of these young boys had good uncles. By this time, their grandmothers had their things. A lot of these young boys really wasn't, for my ever, they wasn't sugar water babies. They wasn't free cheese kids. They wasn't, they might have, out of 10 kids, there might have been one that was twisted. You know what I'm saying? Fly Mike was popping. Fly Mike is in the building, man. And it was a different time. You know what I'm saying? But these young boys, these kids is going to war. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, there's videos of them dance. You see them dancing, hey, and all that dancing stuff. And then you be surprised how many bodies is in this case between the hood stores and them, the wave game. They be shout out to everything in Suffalo. You know what I'm saying? It was a different era with these young boys, man. You know what I'm saying? And you had homies and all that was in Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? You had that in Brownsville. It was just a different type of time, you know what I'm saying? Fly Mike is in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? We definitely here in the building. So a lot of times, like these young boys, they created their own style. You know what I'm saying? In their situation, they used the they used the social networks to the best of their ability. If they wasn't blasting off on you on MySpace at that time, they was killing you on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? If they wasn't killing you on Twitter, they was seeing you outside and them hammers fly. You know what I'm saying? It was real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna read a little bit about their case to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slow it down though, because I be getting yeah. Ray Sean was popping. You know what I'm saying? Was goody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read a little bit about their case. You know what I'm saying? Their case was very instrumental because that should have been a wake-up call about the independence, about how a lot of these young boys was going independent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, like I told you, when you go to jail, you do whatever you're gonna do when you go to the penitentiary. But in the streets, these young boys is on their free time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They was on their free time. You know what I'm saying? And just to be fair, you know what I'm saying? Just to be fair, we've come to a time in the game where, we can't blame everything on Bloods and Crips or folks in Boom. That's what's happening. People are just assuming that because somebody's from a certain neighborhood or their affiliation that they had that they might have had prior to their little click thing, but a lot of time they on click time. Like I told you, I could be folk, you could be folk. On Wave Gang, you hood store, you out of here. There wasn't nothing there. There was nothing fair. Now I seen that with the God bodies in Albany. You had some dudes that was God body from Albany. You had some guards that was from Brooklyn. They was going at it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's just gang time. That's just street time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I think because of the press, we began to allow them to create a narrative that all of a sudden the only thing that's running around New York is Bloods, Crips, and some folks. No. It's these young boys, these little side cliques, like I just told you, Wave Gang Hood Stores, Woo and Chew, YG, 1090, YB, YG, OYG, those type of names. These are these young boys. They become Mac, they might be Mac Baller, but they, know what I'm saying? Okay, you might be rolling, you might be 8 Crip, but you Wave Gang, we gonna go. They don't really pick their selective sides until they get to that penitentiary. Then they go, okay, back to the regular routine. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's what I seen. I don't know what y'all seen, but that's what I seen. I can only tell you from what I seen with my own eyes, personal eyes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, wherever y'all see, y'all sit with them. I sit in the cut, I seen folks and Crips hang out together because they claim the same situation. Not because they blood and Crips, because they wave gang. Hood stars. You know what I'm saying? They crazy big in Queens, that Mac Water family shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They crazy big, you know what I'm saying? From north side to the south side, you know what I'm saying? Son that hemmed up Russell Simmons' nephew, one son, you know what I'm saying? All them niggas is Max, but they from that side, like the north side, Hollis, Cambria Heights and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? They from that side, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm touching up on these topics is because you can't forget these young boys. A lot of these young boys, these are the ones who really got 50 years, 60 years, 40 years. Y'all be going, yeah, those are Bloods and Crips are losing their mind. That's not, they go back to these, like I told you, they go back to their respective situations. They go back to their respective situations after the situation happened. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? After the situation happened. That's when they go back to their selected situation. If y'all remember, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read something to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slow it down though. I've been going too fast. I'm gonna hit some great points. Wave Gang versus the Hood Stars. You know what I'm saying? The title of it is The Playground of the Gangs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. You know what I'm saying? Because like 43 cats got locked up for this. 43 individuals got locked up for this case. Rival gang members called it going to the bench code for venturing into territory controlled by a landlocked crew in Brooklyn that called itself the Wave Gang. Such outings was rarely tranquil and often led to shootings between the Wave Gang and their rivals, the Hood Stars. When Hood Star members would shoot a rival Wave, they congratulated themselves with another breezy sounding phrase. They would say, clap them off the surfboard. You know what I'm saying? These young boys was on another type of time. They was playing physical video games with people's lives. Clap them off the surfboard. Police Commissioner Raymond W. Kelly said. On Thursday, the authorities announced charges against 43 members of two rival gangs in Brownsville. The charges were a result of a long inquiry during which investigators pursued the gangs not only on the streets but also on Twitter and Facebook, where members left a trail of clues as they bragged of their violent exploits, the authorities said. So basically, these young boys was putting in pain, and they were just going to be like, yeah, I just shot some face off. Or they was going to these social networks like, yeah, we just put some work in. You know what I'm saying? Yo, such and such, we shot his dog. You know what I'm saying? These young boys was using these social networks for all the wrong purposes. You know what I'm saying? The most serious charge are second-degree murder and first-degree conspiracy, both of which carry penalties of 25 years to life in prison. At least 16 of those indicted were already in custody on earlier charges. 8 of the 43 are being sought, authorities said Thursday. The gangs are engaged in open warfare, said Charles J. Hines, the Brooklyn District Attorney. In the last 18 months, the gangs were responsible for 6 homicides, 32 shooting episodes, most in or around Brownsville, that left 38 people wounded. That means it was the open city corral. That means guns was out. They didn't care who was outside. They was letting them hammers go. You know what I'm saying? These young boys was on go. It was a million guns in Brooklyn. They had accesses and they was going crazy. It was a full-fledged war. If you've been to Brownsville, it's only but so many blocks and so many locations, so you can only imagine what this war was like. You know what I'm saying? They bagged him in 2012. In the last 18 months, the gangs were responsible for 6 homicides, 32 shooting episodes, most in and around Brownsville, that left 38 people wounded. Mr. Kelly said the violence was focused between Mother Gaston Boulevard, sometimes called Stone Avenue, and Strauss Street, about 10 blocks away. The Hood Stars controlled the western part of those square blocks, and the Waves controlled the eastern parts. The Waves took their name not from Jamaica Bay, just a neighborhood away, but because they were partial to Adidas shoes and found the shoe company striped logo to resemble a wave, the authorities said. Shout out to the chat, everybody here. You know what I'm saying? Both groups were members, ranged in age from 15 into their early 20s, were not tightly organized around drug or other money-making endeavors. So basically, it wasn't about getting no bread. They were strictly for the violence. You understand what I'm saying? These young boys, it wasn't about getting no bread. They were strictly for the violence. Get with your kids and get them focused on some money. Get them focused on getting to the bag. Get them focused on get that money. You see what they just said? They wasn't focused on. They wasn't even swiping. Some of them probably was swiping, but the majority of the gang wasn't into swiping. They was into grip, smoking some good reefer. Because lean wasn't big back then. When I left, they wasn't really doing the lean thing. Was Oxys big? Molly's wasn't even popping back then. Might have been E pills, but them young boys was really popping to eat like that. You know what I'm saying? So they was just going off of weed, alcohol, and guns. You know what I'm saying? Because you tell me you had a water spot in Brownsville, I'd be surprised. Now, this is the amazing part. Both groups were members ranging in age from 15 into their early 20s. Were not tight about money. Rather, he continued, they band together to control their turf. So basically, I don't own this block. My mother don't own a house here, but we control this. You know what I'm saying? So you can't come over here. You know what I'm saying? So basically, dudes are dying for blocks that their mothers was renting on, that their mothers was getting some type of public assistance or Section 8 for them. Ready to die for it. You know what I'm saying? They band together for control their turf, their block, or their building, and terrorize those who fail to recognize their control and fail to pay them respect. Mr. Hines said gang members will go out their way to beat up and intimidate younger children, often 13 or 14, to indoctrinate them into who controlled what turf. So y'all knew what time it was. If you're from the other side, you can't come over here. Hands and feet, we're not playing with you. You know how we grew up, sort of the same type of practice. I told you, Brooklyn was different growing up because, you know, Brooklyn had buildings. A lot of us had blocks. A lot of us hustled on blocks. Brooklyn dudes were like, this is my building, you gotta stay in your building. So that's something that's probably more generational. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you dudes on that side can't, like you dudes in the front can't come to the back. That's just like Cypress Projects and certain other projects. It's just like that. Like, you can't come to my building. You dudes can't get money over here. That's just a well-known thing. That's just Brooklyn for you. You know what I'm saying? These young boys just incorporated that with their upbringing. You know what I'm saying? The gangs often pay for guns by robbing passerbys of cell phones. So this must have been around the time when the end of the chirp era, probably the chirp, BlackBerry, and the original iPhones. So this is that generation. said gun ownership was prevalent enough among members of the gang that members were arrested 33 times for gun possession in recent years. Because the adolescents, they keep getting out. The violence rose to a point that a group of less than 4 dozen young people held hostage thousands of people who live in this community, the city Special Narcotics Prosecutor Bridget G. Brennan said. In some instances, the gunfire struck bystanders who had no connection to the gang, including a 9-year-old who was wounded in August. The month before, a 21-year-old man from the Bronx was visiting his girlfriend in Brownsville when he was stopped in the street and asked if he was affiliated with the Hood Stars. Because he said when the man, Marlon Riley, rest in peace, who was not affiliated with either gang, looked up, perplexed, a member of the Wave gang shot him in the face, killing him, just because he was dating a girl in enemy territory. The violence escalated. The authorities said when the head of the Hood Stars, Hakeem Gravenson, was killed in 2010, 3 relatives was present at the shooting but refused to cooperate with the police. Paul J. Brown, the police department chief spokesman, said, in the month after Mr. Graven's death, officials said the gang war grew worse after one Wave member, Shahaya Davis, 16, murdered a 16-year-old member of the Hood Stars, Nathaniel Walcott. The Hood Stars retaliated by shooting Mrs. Davis' boyfriend, also a member of the Waves gang, Mr. Hines said. Now, Mrs. Davis, my people's Cato, was cool with her peoples. You know what I'm saying? She was cool with her peoples. You know what I'm saying? A law enforcement official who spoke only on the condition of anonymity said Mr. Gravenhei's successor of the Hood Stars, leader Culture Bermudez, ordered retaliatory violence against the Wave gang by phone while he was in custody of Rikers Island. Mr. Bermudez was charged in the indictment announced on Thursday with a range of crimes, including second-degree murder and first-degree conspiracy. Now, I remember when I was locked up in Cape Vincent, and there was a shooting that happened in Brownsville, in Suffolk, the school, where they were shooting in the schoolyard and the lady got killed, trying to hold on to her baby. I guess that was sort of connected into that war. You ain't had blood and Crips in that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no blood and Crips, and that was like a 4 or 5 year war. 2, 3, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't no blood and Crips shit. That was young boys versus young boys. You know what I'm saying? That's. I think they're missing that in the, because we keep putting everybody in the same pile. No, it's different piles. So that's why I say get control of your kids before they really, because the gang thing is more united in jail than in the streets when it comes to blood and Crips. Depends on where you live at. So if you got a chance, so you have to be more so concerned about the local clique your child might be a part of than the national clique that he may be a part of. Depends on what market you're in. In New York City, because you could be blood and go through Flatbush and nobody know you good. It's not like California, like you can't be blood and just walk through a Crip neighborhood. Something might happen to you, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't get a pass or dudes don't know you or they don't respect you. I'm not saying that no bloods can't go through Crip territory, but the ones that they're not gonna try, because somebody's always gonna try you if they don't respect you. Back to the story, back to the land. So how do we stop the violence with the kids? You gotta start paying more attention to their Facebook. You see what they said, the beefs is online, Twitter and those other stuff, right? So now you might be thinking, I'm keeping my child away from the Bloods and Crips. No, but he's part of a local gang that's worse than that because they're going to war with them dudes across the street. Pay attention to that, the signs, the circles, the slangs, you know what I'm saying? They ain't say blood and Crips in that. Now, I bet you if you go to jail right now, most of them are probably Bloods and Crips. Lions, Muslims, who knows? Some of them might have already been Damu. Some might have been folk already. But they was on Wave Gang Hood Stars time. See, I had the Snow Gang yesterday, right? I got a shout out to Dawn, the Dawn. Shout out to him, man, just to make some clarity, because we had a nice conversation, and it makes sense. We got a lot of dudes that's blood, but like somebody said, renegade homies. They get around the personal click, and they still down move, but they on personal click time. And when it comes to the respecting the big homies, a lot of times they get on that because these young boys don't want to get caught up in the politics. Unless you have a strong big homie that really got it together, because a lot of times when it comes to this gang shit, these young boys is only going to chase you, or is only going to follow somebody who's getting to the bag. Let's not fool ourselves with somebody who just know a bunch of history, who can talk a good one. That only goes but so far. Who can get the bag? That's why somebody said something that made so much sense. I was watching a video. It's true. It's true what Drop Top Don was saying. Colin Young, what did he say? Dudes will push issues to the side if you got the bag. I seen it. I seen that. Son to be fooled. You know what I'm saying? But he pulled up with the mother load. Okay, they'll find all type of excuses not even talk about his situation until he can't produce no more. Then when he can't produce no more, he out of here. You know what I'm saying? We seen that. So Drop Top Corleone, he was right about that. Most of the people that line you up to get shot in these spots, it's the same person that you can fire with, the same person that you put in a three-way recording family, the same person who ain't get their pink slip, you might send some commissary to. But the same person that when they say, yo, son, he a plate. He ain't gonna go none of that. He gonna be the one that he might eat you or he gonna walk you right into getting ate. That's the only thing with the jail shit. Because remember, dudes don't go up together. My man the little homie just went through that. He pulled up in the cat. He quit. I'm not gonna say the nigga name, but niggas know what I'm talking about. Just paying attention to the show. Shout out to Queens that showed up last night. Shout out to the whole Queens. Little homie pulled up, right? Now the little homie, he quit. He in jail though. Not because he killed the blood, because he killed a person that was a part of a street gang. Because he's representing, other than being Crip, he's double jacking, right? So other than him being Crip, he was drunk. So he goes to a house party for, I don't know, and he Peter rolls something. He got some time for that, you know what I'm saying? But now in jail, because there's not enough of those junks in there, he on Crip time, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you go to certain spots when you're outnumbered, you on, I'm neutral. Dudes start blowing dudes' spots up. But I think he went in the cat on Crip time because he get in the bag. When you get in the bag, you can sort of, direct traffic. Homies will hold you down. You got a homies that'll go against the other homies because you got the bag. Like, nah, son, he get in the bag. Just because they want to get high all day. They want to get some money. Some individuals just want to float and look important. That's just how that shit go in the penitentiary. That's just jail. It has nothing to really do with the gangster. That's just jail. If somebody come through that has the back, like I told you, there's a difference, I'm telling you, between street extortion and extortioners. See, y'all let Vibe Magazine, The Source, tell y'all what extortionist does. Totally wrong, you know what I'm saying? An extortionist is somebody who really takes on the responsibility of protecting the bag, protecting his free money. So sometimes the extortionist becomes headed security because I can't allow nobody to mess my bag up. So they know that, yo, son, he with me. When I tap somebody in the yard and go, yo, son is with me, they're supposed to fall back like I say no more. Anything other than that, yo, he out here. That's the job of the extortionist. Now, the sweet extortionist is the guy that play with you all the time. And yo, son, let me get a joint, you get the bag, he would laugh and joke with you. And then when you say no, I say no more, he want to cut you. You know what I'm saying? That's the sweet extortionist. Like, when it's all said and done, you out of here. The extortionist, he sort of plays a part to the situation because he has to make sure my investment works. Because a lot of dudes make money off of being extortionists. You know what I'm saying? They do make bread for being extortionists. Not no freestyle shit. You can eat over being extortionist. If you can make sure that he can get the bag and nothing funny happen and nobody run up on him and nobody beg him and nobody bother him. And then sometimes he puff his chest in the back at the basketball games and all that. It's okay. He with me, son. He with me. He good. That happens a lot. Not, you know what I'm saying? We just allow people to tell what they know. Everything can't be fake lies because that's not your experience, or you don't want that out there. Let people tell their story, bro. Let people tell what they seen, they facts. Like I'm telling y'all some shit, something about what I seen, and y'all surprised. Like, how you know about these young boys? When you play in the streets, this is what you're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're gonna see. Now it's talking about the wave gang and hood stars and how some people be double jacking. Then they go to jail, they on another type of time, you know what I'm saying? So when you get with your kids, man, don't look for the obvious blue bandana, black bandana, red bandana. A lot of the stuff they caught up in is personal game, personal block shit. You'd be surprised what they part of. You go on YouTube and punching the video wave gang, they dancing. They doing all the young boys, they doing this crazy, hey, all that stuff, all that stuff that you see Fabio and rest in peace Pop Smoke and them doing that dance and hey. These same dudes is 38 shootings, 6 bodies, you know what I'm saying? Smoked the innocent dude he just messing with the chick in Brownsville. He hit the corner. He probably, you know what I'm saying? They probably seen him getting cool with dudes, and you know what I'm saying? They probably seen him getting cool with dudes on that side. They seen this when he coming through. It happens simply because that happened to me one time. You start talking to the ops, you don't know who a brother, cousin is. They see you, say, oh, okay, who that? He ain't from here. Okay, dudes get paranoid, and they start putting their own conspiracy theories together. Yo, they brought something from the Bronx. He gonna try to smoke one of us, so they get you before they get them. Happened to me one time, but what happened to save my life was the person who house we went to go get the 555 platinum from happened to know me. Hey, oh shit, that's my man, that's son. Oh, you know what I'm saying? That happened to me one time. I see my man. We went to somewhere on the south side, and dudes thought, yo, son brought son to do whatever. So now son on point, that's out there. Like, oh, okay. So he went to a dude I knew till he came up to my man, came downstairs. Like, oh, yo, son, what up? Nah, son, you know what I'm saying? Cause I really only knew one person that two. But like, now my man, some of his man birthday, we just sipping on, say no more, you family. I seen other dudes out there. But you see how fast that went from bad, and it could have got worse. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you pull up in these dudes' hoods, you gotta be on point. A lot of your problems come from don't want to be in the hood and be recognized and slap five and hug dudes. You don't know what's going on in those territories, bro. So now remember, you the outsider. You know what I'm saying? When you the outsider, individuals will look and go, if somebody gonna make a move, it's gonna be him because he's not from around here. You understand what I'm saying? He's not from around here. Same way in jail, bro. It's the same way in jail. That's you know what I'm saying? And the only thing I hate with this social media thing is that the adults are doing more what the adolescents was doing. Beefing and going back and forth and boom, boom, boom. You can tell your story without having to talk crazy about nobody else. Just tell your plight, your story. What you've been through, what you've seen in your life, what you experienced. My story can't be greater than yours. You know why? Because I don't know you. You understand what I'm saying? My story can't be greater than yours. How can my story be greater than yours and I don't know you? So no matter what you say, you only saying limited information because what man's gonna come on here and indict himself? Like, yeah, what the mother, I killed 3 niggas in McDonald's. That was me, son. That was me that smoked son boots on the 3rd floor. Remember that shit with the, yeah, son, I'm the one with the black hoodie on, son. Nobody's gonna do that, bro. So let's, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that, slow it down, bro. You want to teach the youth that, man. Your plight. Your story ain't gotta be greater than mine. I ain't gotta be greater than yours. Everybody got their story. Don't even assume my story is, don't even assume that, because my story is totally different. I get money, I chase the bag. I want to get bread, bag money. I want to get the money. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy to eat good, stomach right, room up sometime, go shopping, do normally Harlem stuff, East Harlem stuff, treat my wife to something good, take care of my kids. I like living in a structured place where I get to sleep at night. Just regular stuff, talk educational stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was easy for me to transition into the positive because it's all the same thing. I'm just chasing a 401k plan, good insurance. Me and your wife with a condo, we gonna chill and just take and just see the world, bro. Enjoy the rest of my life. You understand what I'm saying? We done did it, bro. I'm not in competition with nothing. And that's how y'all should feel. I'm not in competition with somebody I don't know. Even with dudes, I'm saying this for the kids. Let your kids see these videos. Let your significant loved ones see the video. It ain't about faking the funk with a nasty dunk. We don't get paid for that. I don't get it. There's not a faking the funk with a nasty dunk check that comes from YouTube. Boom, shit, you a solid one because what you just said. You get an extra $300. You know what I'm saying? You don't know me. I don't know y'all. I love hearing something that's, oh shit, he right. Damn, oh wow. In my neighborhood, there wasn't a blood and crip war. Then you got certain individual neighborhoods where there was blood and crip wars, right? Then you had certain people neighborhoods where you had snow gang wars with the next crew. Then you had certain neighborhoods where you had hood stars versus the wave gang. These are the young kids. These are young boys that I brought D-Man out of town with me. I hooked him up with my man who owned the bar that they was fixing to do some work. Came back with Mars passed, You know what I'm saying? Little Mama Mars passed away. This, that, and third. Little young cat tell you, yo, Zeke, that's my man. I love Zeke Black. You know what I'm saying? He's a good dude, man. Zeke told me about positive, do right, do this, do that. That's what I try to tell you. Do this, do that, do that. You know what I'm saying? Just do this, do that. I try to take you out to your environment, let you be normal. And that's what I did. Being normal, turn the lights off at 8 o'clock at night, eat every day, go to sleep, condition yourself, read a newspaper, watch the news, drink a little bit of coffee, get your mind right. You understand what I'm saying? That 4 years, I did that because I broke the law. Those are the consequences of me breaking the law. Listen, man, please. You want to save your kid's life? You love your babies? Start going get their password. Don't look for the obvious B and C slashes. Look for the, what's that? A team, B team. What's the B team? You know what we're going to do tomorrow? We're going to go to the YMCA. I'm going to sign for the YMCA tomorrow. You're doing too much with the B team. I don't want little Tyrone over here no more. It seems to be every time you and Tyrone get together, you start writing this crazy stuff online. Who you beefing with? Yo, he think I'm soft. How? You know what I'm saying? This is the message in this, man. These were the young kids. We can't blame the crack era. We can't blame the dope era. This was the newest generation. The newest generation can be guided. We was misguided. We misguided the last generation. These young boys, they had too much free time on their hand. They was being spoiled. A lot of these young boys had computers. They had the iPhones. They had the Blackberries. They had the chirps. We immune them to a different game because the game changed. Remember, a million cameras. Am I right? Let's speak the facts. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be on good time. We're going to be on positive time. There's always been that, bro. See, when before I go, right? When I say sex, money, murder, I remember sex, money, murder from people like my man L. He wasn't blood. He was sex, money, murder from Soundview. You understand what I'm saying? It was a click thing. You know what I'm saying? When he spoke about the Bronx to me, he spoke about what's that shit when you cross the bridge? You had to fight with the Spanish cats when you cross that bridge. You had to shake out with them in Soundview. Like that was for real life. Before y'all thought about Bloods and Latin Kings going to war, it was a bunch of people from Soundview. When they crossed that bridge on the Bruckner, they had to shake out with cats. I forgot what y'all call that block though, but that block is an infamous block for shaking out. I gotta do this live again, but I have to go. I did this live for y'all. Shout out to the Wave Gate. Free all the bros. Everybody home. I hope everybody do make it home safely. Sorry for the dead bodies. Sorry for the dead homies. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Keep, you know, Fall Rockers in the building. You know what I'm saying? They was getting crazy, Mr. Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to the Dominicans and the Boricuas and all that. East Harlem. Be in the building, man. With that being said, man, you have a good and safe night. You heard? Have a good and safe night, man. I appreciate y'all to come for checking out this information. And please tell me how I did on my reading, on the reading part, please. Because it's all about growth and development. You know what I'm saying? It's all about growth and development and y'all getting the proper information without being distracted. Just tell me how I did. With that being said, man, leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too crazy. You'll get zapped. Keep it respectable. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta keep it all the way respectable, but just keep it where okay, we could have some dialogue. With that being said, man, not so much me, but y'all. With that being said, peace. Peace, love, and unity. Check on your kids, man. Check them books. You know what I mean? Check their little codes. Spend more time with them. Get in tune with them. Dial 4. Check the video, bro. Just check it out, man. I have to go. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, I did it for Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Definitely shout out to my ABG cats, man. Shout out to my man Veli MMB. You know what I'm saying? Sleep the creep and all them. Have a good night, man. With that being said, salute.